As Russian forces continue to gain momentum in Ukraine's Donetsk region, Moscow could also be planning an imminent push further south, according to Kyiv. Earlier this week, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky said that Kyiv is tracking Russian troops in the region of Zaporizhia, right here, where Kyiv sees, quote, the existing threats. Zaporizhia is about 30 kilometers from the current front line. While the timing of a potential Russian assault is unclear, the operation could reportedly involve as many as 130,000 troops. To prepare for a possible Russian offensive, Ukrainian military is reportedly building new fortifications around Zaporizhia, including minefields and anti-tank obstacles. Sources within Ukraine's military command previously stated that the Ukrainian incursion into Kursk region prevented Russian forces from launching a major offensive operation in Zaporizhia region in recent months. Continued Russian effort in Kursk may delay an offensive on Zaporizhia city, but Russian forces may also conduct an attack with a smaller force grouping than originally intended.
Nurses, teachers and thousands of other public and private sector employees in Italy took to the streets on Friday to protest the government's new budget plan. Workers say salaries are not high enough to keep up with inflation and that there has been a decline in spending power and government policies.
La maggioranza delle lavoratrici e dei lavoratori non arriva a 1.500 euro, parliamo di impiegati, di maestre, di insegnanti, lavoratrici e lavoratori dell'industria. Con questa manovra si avrà un peggioramento delle condizioni fino a 200 euro l'anno e pensare che solo nell'ultimo anno il carrello della spesa è aumentato di più del 20%. Ecco, questi sono dati che dicono con chiarezza che bisogna dare risposte per aumentare i salari e permettere alla gente che lavora di poter far fronte ai propri bisogni.
Unionists also asked for new hires and the stabilization of employees with temporary contracts in hospitals and schools.
Ecco perché poi c'è una moria di personale che va all'estero proprio perché gli stipendi sono troppo bassi. Quindi noi chiediamo che gli stipendi vengano rialzati, vengano firmati i contratti della sanità pubblica e privata.
But Premier Giorgia Meloni has repeatedly said that the core of her government's economic measures are tax cuts rather than subsidies.
Hundreds of Valencian residents gathered at Plaza de la Virgen to honor the flood victims of Storm Dana 1 month after the disaster, making their phones ring at 7:10 to mark the moment an emergency alarm was sent to residents, whilst the people of the Valencian municipality of Algemesí stood together in a minute of silence in memory and in solidarity with the people affected by the floods. The town's mayor denounced a feeling of abandonment.
Ante la necessitat de continuar reclamant els recursos humans necessaris per a poder tornar a una normalitat real. Els carrers encara estan bruts, continuem lluitant per recuperar al 100% la xarxa de clavegueram. Els treballs no estan sent fàcils perquè no se disposen dels suficients recursos per a poder fer-ho.
Whilst the worst-hit towns of Paiporta and Chiva continue their relentless clean-up efforts alongside volunteers and army personnel. Storm Dana claimed over 224 lives. French President Emmanuel Macron visited Notre Dame Cathedral as its interior was unveiled for the first time after being closed for more than 5 years following a devastating fire. Accompanied by his wife Brigitte, they entered through the cathedral's giant front doors and gazed up at the ceilings in wonder. France's national treasure is set to reopen its doors to the public on December 8th, even though the exterior of the monument remains a construction site with cranes and scaffolding. The cathedral had been left with gaping holes in the ceilings caused by the fire, which stone masons were able to fix. The French president will return on December the 7th to attend the consecration of the new altar and offer a speech during a solemn mass the following day. His administration is presenting the cathedral's reconstruction as a symbol of French can-do attitude and national unity.